here today to discuss this application for variance from Someday Properties LLC, Matt Moore. He's looking to get this variance to add a stairway to the back of his building over here, and he's looking to do that he wants the variance to allow him to start working on this before he gets the state permit. Is that correct?
Correct. But being some information that we found out that auditor's website is a little inaccurate, it's gonna change how I wanted to put the stairway in. I wanted it originally to come down the north side of the building, go up to a platform, turn and go up to a door that's on the back of the building. But as I found out this week, there's a utility right-of-way. Apparently that entire space between the street to the edge of my property, and as Gabe said, I'm not able to proceed with it in that location. Behind the building, there's 50 feet that it could potentially go there. It just becomes a lot more expensive to do that. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Gabe, but it was said that a sidewalk could go along the side of the building.
Yes.
There's currently a concrete pad that's probably older than me. That's there, and it measures 6 foot wide and 4 foot deep. My question is, if I put a 4 foot wide sidewalk in there, what would be the difference if I had a stairway that was there? Because it's a steel fabricated stairway that's bolted together. And in the event that something would need to go in there, I know that concrete is already existing, but if I kept the stairway to that same dimension, would that be a problem?
Right. Well, these guys can't really.
Yeah, this board is going to vote on whether you can start building that prior to getting the state permit.
Right, and there's no permits required for sidewalks is one thing. So sidewalk is not really comparable, and I think that might be a good discussion for the two of us to have. If these guys approve the timeline adjustment that you're asking for, then that could at least keep us, keep your project moving at least in the positive direction. And
because I guess at this point, to go through this permitting process, I don't know if anyone else has ever dealt with that. It's a lot of expense, and it's usually pretty timely. So I guess I will have to figure one way or the other to try and make it work. For me personally, I'd rather see it go along the north side if that's at all feasible. But I can't submit something to the state for permits and then find out, oh, I can do this other way that's less expensive, and then change midstream, because then it's going to start all over again and the expenses will all start over again.
Right. And I think I did bring up an option there, but that would have to be discussed by council. So these guys really can't help you there.
Okay.
But as far as allowing you to move forward with obtaining your zoning permit while you figure those things out and get your state permits in line, they can vote on that tonight and at least give you that variance in the timeline of the procedure of obtaining that permit.
Yeah, what's your game plan? If you get approved today from here, or will you start the project as soon as you can? And then how long will it take you to get your state permits?
It's unfortunate that the auditor's website is so inaccurate. Like, it literally, if you look at it, I see exactly the same thing that Matt saw, that it shows like there's easily 5 feet there if you look at the auditor's map. But then if you start digging down in, it's not. Those lines are just sort of arbitrary, and it depends on, if you took a picture from here, from an airplane, or a satellite, or whatever they got them from, it skews the perspective, and
The
It's-
auditor's website shows the property line running in the middle of the stone area north of the building. And apparently that's not accurate. So it actually is the edge of the building. So, and I did have 811 out and locate utilities before, and there's only one utility in that area, and I believe it's a cable. They marked it with orange paint and a flag. The gas goes out the back. The water and sewer runs in the middle of the street, and everything else is overhead. So
Was that surveyed when you bought it?
I did not pay to have it surveyed.
So if we allow you to go ahead before the state gives you the approval, what happens if they don't approve it?
That's why I'm kind of rethinking my process at this point, and I had already submitted this to Gabe, and then that's when I found out that it was a right of way.
Investment, and then you get turned down, I would
Yeah,
feel kind of bad.
Isn't the whole, everything from the sidewalk to the roads right away, isn't it? Utility right away?
right, well, and if you dig into like the width of the property, and then you look at the width of the building, and then it's basically from the edge of this building. There's
I
not
just ask you
yes,
if the,
from
from
the
the
edge of
sidewalk to the
well,
road
the
is-
sidewalk doesn't have to go on that edge, but typically it does. Yes.
Like at my house, I have a sidewalk, I have about 10 feet of grass, and then the road.
Correct.
Is that 10 feet of grass, is that a utility right away?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Easement there.
that's all I wanted.
Yes.
But you can put cement in there,
All day long, yeah.
but, so what happens if they wanna come through there and do something, then you'll have to
could.
get the cement out, I'm guessing, the
Well,
owner
they would. They
They'd
would
tear it up, they wouldn't have to put it back.
Okay, but yeah, that'd be your cost to fix it back. Yeah. So if he put a stairway there, then if they wanted to go through there and do something someday, he'd have to get the stairs out of the way.
Or if they just don't approve it at all and tell him he's got to tear it down.
You need an approval to do this, right, Matt?
correct.
Do you want an approval to do this?
Well, yes, I would.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to approve the appeal.
Second?
Third,
Approve. Wish you luck.
The application's been approved.
Okay.
that does it, huh?
Okay.
You gotta sign.
Yeah, you want to
You-
sign that?
Tom,
There's no other
yeah,
business
we're
on
just
the
down here
agenda. I think you guys should.
Yeah, there's nothing else on the agenda today. I think these guys came to, for the next meeting, maybe?
Just to see.
We're good, just an
Or to
update.
see if, yeah, we were talking about,
Pretty much all know what that
Wilcox
update was,
Street, yeah.
so. We didn't figure there was much to talk about.
you got any issue with, we were gonna just put the meeting, schedule a meeting, but we don't have to have it like the first Tuesday of every month. And then if there's nothing going on, we don't have it.
we're done. If you want.
So we
Okay.
don't, the idea of that is so we don't have to throw it together at the last minute.
No, he
or-
signed all his paperwork at the beginning, and I don't really have anything to give you. I can make you a copy of it once they signed it,
Okay.
that it's been approved, and
We got the date,
So you with first Tuesday?
we got the date picked,
I don't think I
so
signed.
all he's gotta do is send us a text, and if we don't get a
Mark
text, we
it.
don't have a meeting.
Yeah,
That
you
guys
all
got
right with
your
that?
links going in
Because if there's
there.
nothing, like if they don't, if somebody
It's-
wants
it's going
something,
good.
You need-
I
then
guess-
it's 10 days before the
Enjoying
meeting, I
a
have
fair
to wait
amount.
until
Yeah.
a month after
Here in a
that,
couple weeks, I'm gonna have
meeting
another
for the
league
next
that's gonna
one, so we
start
don't
up
have
that
to
will
run through
basically
and put it together.
Yeah.
add
Do it
another
because
6
somebody
hours a
didn't
week
get to the
into
homework or something.
the schedule, so.
I know Eli enjoys it because he can come at his schedule, with his world, with his work schedule, so it makes it
Yeah.
nice.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but
Motion
Charlie-
to
I told
adjourn.
Kyle I was a little upset that.
All
he
in favor?
allowed-
All in favor?
We-
All